Major changes to the real estate process. So going into effect as of August 17th, there are really two huge changes that everybody needs to be aware of. Now, the first one is nothing that's anything different or new in the state of Maryland, because it's the way that it's been done since 2016 anyway. You need a buyer agency agreement signed before you are allowed to show anyone a property at all. This is all national news and this is what everybody keeps talking about, but here in Maryland, that's the way that it's been. Diving a little bit deeper into the buyer agency agreements, these agreements basically lay out what everybody's roles are throughout the process and then how people are going to be compensated. The other hot topic is buyer compensation. Get used to not hearing the words commission anymore because that language is being eradicated as we speak. Everything now is talking about compensation and how it works and how it's done now. It has been publicized like crazy as this whole crazy switched and changed, and now there's no 6%, this, that, and the third. None of that stuff was ever a rule, a law, hence the reason that Redfin is even a thing, because they are a discount brokerage. At the end of the day, it's just going to change up the way that things are done from a logistics standpoint. Buyer compensation is basically now just becoming a negotiation between the buyer and their buyer agent. Impact on buyers and sellers. These new changes are going to impact both sides of things. There is going to be potential for increased negotiation on the buy side, because now negotiations are going to take place between the buyer side agent and the buyers themselves. And they're going to have to work out what it's going to look like in terms of compensation for their services. Clearer agent relationship being spelled out contractually in a written agreement. Nothing new in Maryland. As I said before, new rules, all this change, there could be potential slowdowns in the whole process. The other impact on this is going to be from the seller side of things. It might be less money that you pay out in terms of commissions. On the buy side, it could be more money at closing that you have to pay out for commissions. Now, the thing that's tough on the buy side, especially for first-time home buyers or people who are looking to get into their first home, starter homes, things like that, or who don't have a huge budget, is now you're having to come up with down payment, earnest money, closing costs, whatever dollar amount or percentage that you have to come out of pocket for when it comes to compensating your agent too. We're going to see how all this pans out. If you'd like to know how these changes are going to affect the way that the process is run now from a buyer and a seller, continue to watch this next video, because I'm going to start breaking down what the new process is going to look like.